everyone, I am back on this very complicated double page spread from Rita Berman in her spring book, and I thought this nest of eggs would be a rather nice Easter type springtime themed picture to do. So we're going to come in nice and close and have a go at this one. Now it is quite small, so that means we will need quite sharp pencils, but I will see how I go. I'm using my Castle Arts gold pencils and they don't always sharpen to the very best point, but never mind. Now I'm going to start by doing the ground, the sort of bit under the eggs. What is interesting about this nest is there are no twigs under the eggs, which I think there would be, but there aren't, so I might have a go at drawing them in. I don't know if that's a bit too difficult for me though, really, but anyway, we'll have a go. I'm going to grab a slate grey to start with. Now in the Castle Arts Gold, the slate grey is actually brown, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to start by doing the gaps in between the twigs that are woven here to make the nest. So I'm just trying to identify what's twig and what's gap. Oh, excuse me, I've got to rub my eye, it's twitching. And just do that to start with, and then I will, is that a gap? I think so. I've got to trust my instincts. And then do some, I'm going to make that twig. Do some design on the bottom. Let's put a little bit in there, a little bit here. That's it. I'm not sure here. Maybe just that bit and that bit. Like that. Now the ground, you could just do all this colour. If you're feeling unconfident about doing your own pattern, see, the only thing I worry about is if I do my own pattern, then you won't know where the sides of the nest start. So I'm just going to do some sort of lines, and I'm thinking they would sort of be round towards the centre, I think, you know, in this sort of spiral, but I'm going to try and make them look a little bit less, you know, just rounded, so we've got a bit of a pattern. Now remember, what I'm actually drawing is the dark space between the twigs, not the actual twigs. So there, that's fine for me. Now what I'm thinking now is that these ones here are higher up, they are surrounding the eggs, whereas these ones are underneath. The underneath ones I think would be slightly darker, so I'm going to use a darker colour for those than the ones nearer the top. I'm just having a look at what browns we have here in this set. Now we've got a burnt umber and a permanent brown, and that's about it. And a Mars black, it's quite brown. I think the permanent brown is darker, so I'm going to use the permanent brown for the ones in the bottom. They might look quite similar to the spaces because it's quite dark as well, but hopefully there's enough just so you can see there's a difference. But yeah, it's quite dark, isn't it? Because we don't have this sort of defined black lines around them like we do on this bit. It sort of disappears a bit, but I think it'll be okay, even if it doesn't look like it's twigs and it just looks like it's a mass of darker colour. We need something in there, so I think it'll work. Yeah, I think that's it. I might put some shadows in under the eggs, but I'll see how it all looks when it's when we get a bit further along. So that was the, we want the burnt umber. Just trying to find it, there it is. Okay, so here's the burnt umber for the rest of the twigs. Now, if I've got a bigger nest than this, I would tend to do the edges of each twig a bit darker, the actual long lengths, but we can't do that with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make each end a bit darker and then lighten it a little bit towards the middle. I just want to make them look a little bit different, like they're catching the light a little bit maybe, and help us to see that they're maybe a bit higher up. And I can just about cope with doing this, even though they're quite small. Whereas the other way, I wouldn't be able to, even with a very narrow pencil. I think I could do it, but it would just drive me slightly insane. Even more so than I am now. It's sunny again today. I'm so not used to it being sunny. We've had so much rain lately. Well, it has been rainy as well today. I guess that's the weather of this time of year. But it's so strange. I haven't actually been out when it's been sunny yet this year very much. Not in the spring, sort of. It only just really feels spring-like. But I was a little bit unwell, and I was fine. Just a viral thing, I think. And it's left me feeling a bit tired. So I haven't been out, and I've also been expecting various parcels and things like that. So I got a very exciting parcel the other day. My husband has insisted on buying my birthday present really early. It's not my birthday for ages, months, but he's bought it early because it was on special offer, and he's bought me the Tombow erosion pencil set of the 3 boxes of 30 plus the 10 singles. I don't really understand why there's 10 extras that aren't in a box, but anyway, they are so beautiful, but I think they are going to be really cumbersome using them when they're in the boxes. I'm really tempted to just keep the boxes because they look lovely, but put the pencils in a case or something, because they'll be a lot easier to use than having to take the elastic off each of the boxes to get into them. I don't know if anyone's got them. Tell me what you do. But they are just terrific looking pencils. Right, I'm happy with that. It looks quite patchy, and that is what I want really, so that it just looks a bit more interesting than just being plain colouring. I've just noticed a few bits here that I think are probably twig and not leaf and here. So I'm very excited about the pencils, but obviously I can't use them until my birthday. Would I say obviously? Some people use things before, but I don't. Well, I'd have forgotten all about the fact that they were a birthday present. It's so early. But he wanted to get them because they were on offer. No, they were all, he found them, and they just seem such a good price. I'm choosing a colour while I'm talking. They come up on Amazon every so often, and they can be, oddly, not every set is the same price. I'm going to use the Oxide of Chrome for the leaves because it's quite a brownish green. I think it'll just go well with all the brown. I'll try colouring with it that way, but I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to sort of try and make the leaf slightly lighter in the middle. So yeah, he wanted to get it while he saw it at a good price, which was very good of him. He's also ordered me the 50 metallic Brute Funa pencils from AliExpress. They've come to, they came remarkably quickly considering they come from China. I think I'm going to have to sharpen this pencil. I've got a little pile of leads on my desk where they sometimes break. The other two are from, I don't know what range of pencils they're from, not these. Oh, did you hear it? It fell out of the pencil. I took the pencil out of the sharpener and the lead immediately fell out onto the desk. There we go. So yes, the 50 Brute Funa metallic, because I use those for, I've had a 10 set sent to me by Grabi to try out, and they were so nice that I just wanted them all. And I'm not normally like an impulse shopper, but husband was like, I need to buy you something for your birthday. I really want to buy you something. It's not like I need to. I want to buy you something nice. Can I buy them for you? I was like, okay then. Okay. So there we go. Now these little ends, I was thinking maybe a slightly yellowed colour, as if they were sort of sticky buds, catkins, that sort of thing. I thought might be a little bit of fun. So I've got the cadmium yellow here. My sharpener's getting really full. That's broken. Yeah, my sharpener's too full. This is my problem. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use a different yellow. I'm going to use a Naples yellow just because I can't sharpen now. Or else I'm just going to keep breaking my pencils. Let's use, I think that'll work anyway. I don't really know what these are supposed to be, but they are now yellow. Now the eggs we've got left, now what colour? Really tricky, isn't it? Bird's eggs, very often white or duck egg blue. We could do them that colour. We could do, yeah, blue. Could do a peachish colour. We could do like a hen's egg colour. Don't have that colour. So it's really hard. But I think I'm going to do a lightish blue. That's how I normally like to colour eggs. So I think I'm going to use the cobalt turquoise. Now if you've been watching my Easter egg videos, you'll know how I colour eggs, but I'm going to do these the same way. So I'm going to start with the really light layer. I don't want them to be really that dark in colour anyway. They all need a little touch of blue, just so they look blue. And then we can just put some darker bits in. Now Rita's actually drawn dots for us to show us where the egg needs to be darker. Now I'm not sure if this one is lying down or supposed to be sort of on this end. I'm not sure, but I'm sort of following Rita's guidance really, and actually colouring it slightly differently to normal just by darkening this sort of bit that would be shady, shadowy. I've just remembered I've got a cup of coffee next door and I've made loads of videos. It's cold. Never mind. So I'm just bringing that up a little bit, but we want to leave the egg slightly lighter on the top so they look like they're catching the light a little bit. There we go. I'm not sure I'm going to fiddle with that much more. I am going to just put some shadows in the bottom of the nest though, and we need quite a dark colour. I think the Mars Black is going to be our friend for this one. It's quite a browny black. It needs sharpening, that's my problem. I can't sharpen it. And I just want to put, I'm going to try and find a sharp edge and put a bit of shadow under our eggs. A little bit, just to make sure we can see that they're nestled down there in the bottom of our nest. There we go. Right, I am going to leave it there. Now you might want to change those black speckles on the eggs to white. I don't think if you do them this pale it probably won't show up any white pen you use, but I quite like it with the black speckles, so I'm going to leave mine like that. So that is yeah, little eggs in a nest. I think it's rather cute drawing, so hopefully I've done it justice. Thank you so much for watching. Do keep an eye on my channel. There's always plenty of new video content going up. You can subscribe to get notifications of when those appear, and that also helps support the channel. So if you can do that, I really appreciate it. And thank you to thousands of you that already have. It's just overwhelming. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a really lovely day and happy colouring.